Yeah, hi guys. It's a new video. Before we do any more detailed technical training, I want to just pass by you some of the things I do. I'm not training today, it's just for you lot. So it's pointless for me, it's pointless just going to class. You have to practice outside of class what you learn in class. And I strongly believe that you have to go somewhere in a park or somewhere in nature. So you have to find a place near where you live that's accessible. And I recommend going there early, before work, or on one of the days off, early morning, or evening as well, but early morning I always found better. So now I'm in Haggerston Park, and I'm going to walk through a few places, things that I do here. Obviously it's just nice to wake up outside and be close to the different seasons. I train in this park all year round. Sometimes I train like once a week, other times it's once a month, but I still come here and train. Yeah, so here's one of the things that I find really useful. It's something to jump over. You can jump and spin, or just jump, or do your cartwheel, anything like that. You have to invent things. You use the techniques you learn in the videos or at class, and then adapt them to fit around different objects and things that you find. So I use this, and then just do a few cartwheels over it, or jumping spin like a Margie Costa jumping over. And it really helps me wake up in the mornings. It gives me a chance to do it at the pace I want to do it. Because in a class, if you're learning, you're listening to what they're saying, you're always kind of a moment behind. So if you don't practice out of class, you're always going to be a bit behind. Doesn't matter how good the master is, or how fast, or how strong, or how good you feel after. If you don't train by yourself, you're not going to get capoeira good. Yeah, so normally I come to the park and I run round twice. Once round one way, once round the other way. And it's about 2 miles, maybe a bit less. Today I'm on my bike and I'm just going to the market. But there's different obstacles around the park. It's important to do, If you're a beginner, once you've done 2 or 3 years training, you know what you're doing. It's okay. But if you're not in good physical shape, you need to go running and skipping and swimming and things like that. This is another thing that I hang off of this, and sometimes do a few pull-ups and things like that. I never was really that strong, so doing a little bit every now and again helps just maintain your strength. Cycled into the other corner of the park just to show you this area. I like because there's some big trees, and in the summer they're full of leaves, and the energy here is quite nice because there's big walls around, so it kind of keeps away some of the noise and some of the pollution. If you come early in the morning, it's really nice. Even it's just 2 minutes from my house. The other thing as well is a few more little obstacles to do things over, and it's these tree trunks. These two. And I like to do cartwheels over these and just be in this area, because it's got good air. And sometimes, especially when I used to smoke, I don't smoke anymore, but when I used to smoke, a nice way to clean my lungs out in the morning, or at least feel like I did. The other part is this, which is probably the most important thing, because here we've got a flat surface, and so you can get good traction, and you can practice all the techniques, all the kicks, all the cartwheels, all the maneuvers, anything you're training around these posts. You see? So these posts, they're about 6 foot apart, and there's loads of them, and you can go around them. This is a well-maintained park as well, so you don't get really people sitting there drinking and chucking rubbish and cigarette butts and all that. So it's, you have to find a place nice Nice near where you live. You do get a few dogs that annoy you. Not far from where we just were, there's these bars, which I just go on the lowest bar and do some hanging or some pull-ups or monkeying along, just to keep your, the muscles working opposite. In Capoeira, you push, okay? Push a lot. So you don't want to be just pushing. You want to get some balance and do some exercises that make you pull, okay? And this place is perfect because if you're tall, sometimes you can't find the bars that are high enough. This bar is the, if it's raining and you don't want to train in the rain, you just go under here. So you can find a place. You shouldn't stop training if you have the wish because it's raining. In England you'll never be training. Also here you see this plant here is just amazing when it comes out in the spring. About May I think it comes out, and it's been here for years, and they maintain it here well. There's a good park warden, so it's nice in London. You've got a lot of parks, but it's like that in all of England. You can find nice places to do some training. This floor is new. Before it was lumpy and bumpy, and you see, nice and flat. So you get used to training in different environments. When you go to the Hodder, you'll be more relaxed. You'll be able to adapt it more easily if you can train in the park and have people watching you and not feel body conscious or shy. Some of the things that beginners sometimes feel, Another thing I like about this park is that there's one or two other people that've got the same idea. There's one guy, he's a Kung Fu guy. He does really lots of Kung Fu forms and things. I'm not sure which style. We hardly ever talks. We always say hello to each other in the street, and he obviously lives nearby. I'll try and get a video with him one day. Maybe we can have a chat. I think we've had 1 or 2 chats in 20 years here. It's quite funny, really. But he trains under the trees too. He does all these katas and forms and stretching. And recently I saw that he had some equipment, some bits and pieces, medicine ball, rubber bands and stuff like that. So it's worth looking into some things that you want to use, because it helps you focus on what you're doing and you keep your body strong, Some people were kind of born into capoeira and did capoeira as children. Their bodies, I'm sure, are different. I didn't do almost anything physical until I was 12, and then I just played cricket. So it's not much. I didn't like football, rugby. So, you have to, if you're like me, you have to maintain your fitness and levels separate from capoeira. Capoeira can hurt you if you don't condition your body a bit. Do some stretching, do some stuff like that. That's why I'm making this video, is to just let you know that the technical detail videos I'm doing, you really need to be physically training too, separately. You don't want to be trying to get a workout through your capoeira movements. Everyone does things differently, but that's how I do it. I'm looking at technical detail, balance, coordination, positioning, strategy, things like that. I'm not trying to get a workout from my capoeira. I go and work out separately, normally in the park. We've got to the final corner, really. This is where I normally come after I've finished everything else. I've run around twice, done a few movements and, take it easy really, but done a few movements and jumps over things, do a few press-ups and pull-ups. And then I get into this corner. So here, we've got this, you can see, these corners, there's a corner. Let's have a look, let's see if we get that right. That here, look. You see this? This is where I do techniques over. So it's about a little bit higher than knee height, and I do my cartwheels looking at that, kicks over it, and it's because it's at an angle. It's the corner. You can go from one side to the other, so you can kind of go round it. Just changing your position. Here we go, guys. Here's that point I was talking about. I just couldn't video it properly, been doing a selfie. But look, that is what I train around. So you've got a flat floor and you've got a cobblestone floor. So a lot of capoeira used to be played on cobblestones. And if you ever go to Bahia or anywhere in the world, you know, you might end up playing capoeira in the good roda in the street, which is, for me, is the best environment. It's the time I've always felt best, and I've always been more careful and more able and know what to do and what not to do. Just the energy of the roda in the street is different, and I like it. It's my favourite. You have to be careful though, you know. People don't like you, they can jump in and do something you weren't expecting. So be careful when you play capoeira. But here, look, you see, it's really simple. I ginga facing it, do my melody French over it, do my cartwheels from this side, and then land on this side as if I'm going round someone. It's really, really good place for training. And then one quick look at the park. You're in a nice environment. If you come early, you'll see other people training and you can feel motivated. So if you live near me, I know one or two of you do, you can come here. If you don't live near me and you're visiting London, then we can arrange a class here. In the summer is better because people don't need to come with all, you know, a separate set of clothes. Often you do get wet when you train in the park. That's it. Just give you a quick glimpse of the place that I think people should train, in a park, in nature. You know, I used to live in Northumberland, and then, you know, I had no end of places, waterfalls, really good places for training. It was amazing. You know, find good places to go training. Don't just stay in the gym in the class, because you're never going to get the spirit into you, you know, or get the spirit out of you maybe. Find good places to train. It's the way forward. And you go to the class and you feel better. Okay? It's easier. Don't forget to subscribe, and please comment about my videos. There's no one's commenting. There's a few people watching, but no one's commenting. It's quite important to be honest and just tell people what you think, you know. And then this way we can progress. See you soon with the more technical details coming next week.